You know, okay, this what I need to get done, and then once I get this done, I'm off for the day. Keep your life short and simple. Don't allow people to bombard you with problem.
And for you to be able to prioritize what's important, avoid distractions. Artificial intelligence, just like Siri. Siri, play
Yeah.
this. Always doing things by yourself and for yourself.
Yo, it's your boy L.J. Chaplin with Lady Siza, bringing to you Chilling with the Chaplins, where we deep dive, giving you practical concepts in ministry, business, relationship, and personal development, so we can take control of our life. Let's go and let's get it started. What's good? Yo, it's your boy LJ, your friend, your coach. But guess what? I'm with the one and only, my amazing, sensational, loving wife, Lady Siza. Yes. And so today we are excited to come to you with another episode to grow and to improve our everyday life. And this week, I think because we're in the beginning of the year, it's very important that we begin to start being proactive. Not wait to the middle of the year, not wait to the end of the year. But we want to begin to be proactive before problems, before situation arise, because we want to deal with it and handle it before the situation occur, rather than being reactive and responding to situations when it happens. And so in 2023, we don't want to be reactive. What we want to be proactive. And a couple episodes ago, towards the end of the year, we touch on pouring from an empty cup. Pouring from the empty cup. And today we just want to give you an updated version of pouring from an empty cup so that we can help each other and help you to not pour from an empty cup, but not have burnout or not feel overwhelmed. And so today we just want to talk about how to avoid burnout in 2023. And so I allow my wife to speak for a few before we jump into the first point.
Yeah, because we believe that prevention is better than cure. And that's why we've come up with these few pointers to help each other out on how to have a more effective and less stressful 2023. Let's jump onto our first point.
Yes. And so, yes, like she said, prevention is better than cure. And the first thing we want to do to avoid burnout, we have to identify our workload. And I know for myself, I can speak about myself. The reason why I made to continue to do what I do, because I know what I have to do every day. I know on Sundays, that church and record every podcast. And then after that, me and my wife, we do what we do. We chill, we watch TV together. But I know on Sundays, I don't accept appointments. Why? Because I know Sundays is a hectic day. It's a busy day for us with recording the podcast and with church on Sundays. And so, and even the different things on like Mondays, I understand. I know that I do the lunch and learns. I know a lot of times we record the podcast. And so I understand, my workload, so that I made a time my day in a timely manner. I made it be productive. Why? Because I know the things that I need to do on a daily basis, and I put things that are in a proper place and having that 911. So we want to say, in order for us to have burnout, we we have to identify our workload, and I would like my wife to touch on that a little further, a little more on identifying our workload.
You mean in order for us to avoid burnout? Because you said in order for us to have burnout.
Yes. Thank you, baby. In order for us to avoid burnout.
Yeah, it's just understanding your what's on your plate, what you need to do, and manage it accordingly. That's it.
Yes. And another thing too, when you identify your workload, and you see yourself is getting overwhelmed because your work is too much, it allowed you to say, you know what, I need a rest. I need a break right now. And so when you're able to know your workload, and when you like, you know what, I need some time off, and even if you take a day or two, you take a weekend, you're like, you know what, let me, okay, this what I need to get done, and then once I get this done, I'm off for the day. And like you said, no cell phone, no laptops when you're away, because you handle that before you. But we do need breaks. We do need to take time off, and we do have to identify our workload so that we're able to know, we're able to manage our time a lot better.
And that's why our second point speaks on being able to know your limits.
Yes, knowing your limits.
To put on a stop loss. That's what LJ calls it.
Yeah, stop loss. Because I remember last time, and I would like to say, have you identified your stop loss? Because we speak about it. We know what stop loss is. It's a trading term. When you are trading in the stock market, they have a terminology called stop loss. It's when an individual, they set the stop loss so that they won't, if the price go down at a point where they don't want it to go, they stop the trade, and they take their money from it. Even if it's a loss, they stop it right there, regardless, so that it don't go any lower. And this is what we have to do with our life. We gotta have that boundaries. We gotta set limits. We gotta have that stop loss in our life so that we don't get overwhelmed. How many people are getting overwhelmed? How many people are getting burnt out? How many people are taking their lives for mental illness because of stress? And sometimes and a lot of times the ones that are losing their life and taking their life, it's the loud ones. It's the ones that's out there in the world and that's doing more and it seems like they not burnt out, or they because they can hide it so well. But today we want to say understanding, identifying your stop loss. What are your stop loss? And you can type in the chat, please let us know, what is your stop loss? What are your limits? And so that you're able to put the brakes on it when you reach your limits. And so I would like to ask you, honey, do you know you identify your limits?
I take naps when I feel like I'm exhausted, because I burn out easily and I burn out a lot. So I just take a break, take a nap, go to the spa, whatever that will help ease my mind.
Yes, because I do know by doing this podcast, one thing I did recognize with my wife, and that's why I like this podcast, because I did learn a lot about my wife, and I did recognize that my wife do burn out very easily, because a lot of times we do have so much on our plate, and I know she burn out. It seems like every 3 months. My wife need that break. She need that time off, that time out. Like she said, time out. What is it? Time out. It seems like every 3 months she need that break, that time out, to refresh herself, to regenerate, to have a reset. Because my wife is at that point, at that breaker point. If she don't get that time out, that reset, she's aggravated. And I know there's a lot of us, a lot of time when we reach that, and we try to avoid you getting to that breaking point, because we all go through it. We all are face breaking points, and we all face these periods of our life, if we don't have that timeout or we don't know our limits, then we do break and we do crack. And so we saying to identify your stop loss.
Yeah.
You like that? Anything else? Nothing else? Okay. So another thing you want to do is keep it short and simple. There's an acronym for that. You want to KISS it. Yeah, we call it KISS. KISS mean keep it short and simple. Keep your workload, your stuff. Keep it short. Keep your life short and simple. Don't allow people to bombard you with problems, with things on your plate. You know, cause a lot of times if you allow it, you know, people can take over your day. And so when you are working on when you are working on assignment, when you are working on a task, you want to keep it short and simple. You want to keep it simple. Basically, keep it simple. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just keep it simple. And so, honey, you want to elaborate on that?
Well, not just people. It could be emails. It could be social media. Anything that could be a distraction could make things a little more tedious for you. Just in order for you to keep things simple and for you to be able to prioritize what's important, avoid distractions.
Yes, avoid distractions. Because, like I said, anything, you want to keep it simple. And so, by keeping it simple, one way to keep it simple and kissing it is having systems. Oh, man, I'm telling you, system was a blessing unto me. I love system. When I began to understand and began to when system came into my life, it made my life a lot easier. You know, and here's the thing with systems too, because a lot of times you might go through different systems until you find the right one, until you find the one that fit your personalities. So I would say keep finding your way until you get to the ship, until you get to that right system that able to do everything you need to do. And so, you know, because like I said, there's a lot of courses out there. There's a lot of education out there. There's a lot of things out there that you can get. And you know, we understand a lot of these systems and educations, you know, they maybe don't have everything you need, you know, but you get it because you think it might be good for you to achieve your goal, and then realize once you get it, it's not what you need. So we say, you know, okay, even though that might not be the system right now for you, or that system not working right now, just keep going, just keep looking until you find the right system, because you're gonna go through this trying ever. You know, everyone's system wasn't perfect on the first shot.
When you're saying systems, what are you talking about? Because I don't understand. I'm lost.
A blueprint.
Blueprint of what?
A blueprint of what you need to do to get the job done. That system, like what you have with your course, with your training. You have a system that able to help you plug everything, how to set up your products, how to do everything, set up different things. Why? Because you have a system. A lot of times you just plug in and play. You're not reinventing the wheel. Just everything has already been done for you. And just like we said, the standard of procedures, the McDonald's has a system that you follow, or if you follow the system, you know, you should have success because the work already has been done for you. And you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And this is what we're saying when you have a system. When my system is when if you watch and you follow me on my social media and you see different posts that come up on my on different days, you know, that's a system that I just plug in a day to have that post to come on my different social medias. So it just makes my life easier, so that I don't have to come up with everything. And because, content creation, when different things, when you have a business, sometimes these day-to-day tasks is tedious. And so the goal is to make your day easier, so that you're able to, you focus on the things that you love to do. Focus on the things that you are gifted in. And the things that you are not gifted in, you allow your system to work for you. And so that's what I'm talking about, having a system, because I know for me, system was a blessing unto me. System was a blessing unto me.
It goes with our fifth point, which is automations. And when you have systems, it's similar to automations. Having things just plugged in that will help you to get the job done.
Yes. Basically, and like I said, automations, when you have it's similar to systems, but automation, the AI, because you got to realize something. Automation is the new thing. It's AI, this chat, GPT, I believe I'm saying it right. But all these things, it helps your workflow a lot better. And so you want to begin to automate your tasks. Even like, you don't have to have a system or automations in your business or on your job. You even have a system in your home.
Artificial intelligence, just like Siri. Siri, play this.
Yeah. And so even like systems like in your home, or systems when you work it out, or automations, because sometimes you have you set up different automations to do certain, maybe you have your TV set at a certain time, or maybe you have your alarm set at a certain time. Maybe you have something open that will open up for you, so that okay, it's time to do this. And that's what automation, it just makes your life easier. Even like with your calendar. Your calendar is similar to like a automation, because you can plug and play what you need to get done. And that's like a system, but automation is it's a workflow that you say, okay, you know what? I'm telling it to do it, like even with my website. When somebody register to the community, the automation say, okay, they register, now send them an email, so that I don't have to do it manually. Because that's, like I said, that's a day-to-day tedious job, or I don't have to pay a virtual assistant to do that. I can allow my system, the automation, say, okay, somebody register, send them an email. Then once they get the email, we look at it, and we look at the application, and then boom, once they get the email, the welcome letter, and then they get a link to join the community. That's automated, and they have different types of work. So, we say to not get burnout, to avoid burnout, you want to begin to establish systems in your life, and all things equal, because it won't be perfect from day one. So you're gonna have to go through different systems, and you're gonna have to try different things and different automations until you find the right one that works for you. Because at the end of the day, we want our day to be lighter. We want to avoid burnout. And I said another thing that we need to do to avoid burnout: have people around us that's smarter than us.
That helps a lot. And I think most wealthy people, that's what they do. They hire people who are smarter than them to get the wheels moving. If you have people that are not smarter than you, then you might not be able to, you might have the idea, the vision, but you don't know how to put it into place. So just hire smart people to do the job for you.
Yes, because there's a saying: if you're the smartest in the room, then you are in the wrong room. So you wanna have. You want to hire people. You want to have people around you that's smarter than you, and not, and we talk about, the DISC assessment all the time, and you welcome to, take the assessment, because, I understand myself. I know I'm high I. And this is the things that when we associate, because when I do things, or when I'm working, I'm looking for other potential people, partners that work with me, I don't need a bunch of eyes that surrounding me because I'm an eye. I know marketing, so I don't need a whole bunch of marketers around me because I can do marketing. I don't need a whole lot of management, a lot of people that know management because I know management. But guess what? When I have different people around me that know different things, technology, they know organization skills, they all these different things. Because I'm weak in that area. And so we talk about, knowing your strengths so that you're able to hire and surround people.
Hire good talent.
Having good time and having people around you that's weak. And that's why when you're able to take this assessment, when you understand the people that surrounded you, because you want to know, okay, what to look for, who to look for, because I'm an I, so I want some D's on my team. I want some S on my team. I want some C's on my team so that we can have a complete team. And just like in the church, I love this because even, we have multiple gifts inside the church. We have wisdom, revelation, tongues, all this is gone. But guess what? When every gift is in our church, it makes it an effective church. Why? Because you have multiple talents, multiple gifts in that church. So you don't need everyone in there to do one thing. You don't need, but if you got one here, one there, it just helps the church to grow a lot better. And even with your business, when you understand your team and who you're around you, it just allows you to be. It allows you to look smart.
Absolutely.
It allows you to look smart. It allows you to be smart, and allows you to dedicate the best person for the job. Allow you to evaluate great talent when you understand these different things, because I remember sometimes we put people in places and then when they can't do the job, you're like, wait, your resume said one thing, but what's going on? Why you can't get it?
Don't be like George Santos.
Yeah, who's George Santos?
The Republican representative that's lying, that I spoke about.
Yes, yeah, okay, yeah, yes. So, but that's why sometimes companies they have they make you take assessments, and they always tell you it's not a right and wrong, question, which they right, it's not a right and wrong, but they just trying to assess, see, okay, is you the
type of person you're
exactly, and to see if your skill set, and see if you are the right candidate for this position. Because if you're not, then I have to go somewhere else. And that don't mean you can't hire them. But like, you know what? This person not good for this one, but they good for that. They good for that job over there, especially if it's open. You know what? They're not good for this position, but they is good for over there. And so allow us to to make smart moves, and allow us to to lighten our workload, and allow us to breathe a little bit, so that we're able to relax, because we got people that surround us that's smarter than us in their particular field, in their particular area. So what you would say about that, or anything else you would like to add?
I think it comes to our next point where it says ask for help.
Yes, that's a big one. Because the reason why a lot of times people have burnout, and the reason why people go through depression, because they don't want to ask for help.
But it depends if help is there. I mean, who do you ask for help with? For a person like myself who doesn't have family in this country, you gotta eat, life has to go on, bills needs to be paid. Where do you ask for help?
Well, that's why you want to find a community that supportive system, that community that you could go to, and this is why I'm pro community. Because we want to avoid burnout, and a lot of times people don't know who to go to, and they're scared to ask. And
because they don't want to be gossiped about. Oh, she's asking for help. It's not an easy thing. Yes, it's a necessary.
But it's not easy.
But it's not easy.
It's not easy, and I agree with you. It's not. And so this
especially
is what.
Especially if you're an independent person. So
yes, it's not easy.
A lot.
But we want to say, scared money don't make money. And you gotta learn how to ask for help when you need help.
So how does the scared money come in this point?
Because you can't be afraid to ask for help. That's why I'm saying scared. You can't be afraid to ask. There's a saying about money or investing in yourself.
Of asking for help, it's not. I don't.
You don't think it's fair?
No, it's just if you've grown up independent like myself.
Okay.
And always doing things by yourself and for yourself.
Okay.
Hardly getting any help.
Mm-hmm.
Going out there to ask for extra help is not easy because you think, no, I'm strong, I'll pull it off. But sometimes you don't realize that you're now overdoing it.
Yes.
And it's gone beyond your capabilities, or you overdoing it. It's too much for what you can handle at that time. So asking for help is great. It's a necessity, like I said, but it doesn't make it easy.
Yes, and this is why it ties in with having the right people around you. You know, because when you're able to have the right people around you, you know, when you see you struggling with something, you can always go to your team and say, "Can you do this?" Or "I need help with this. I have this situation that I need to take care of," and you can always go to your team or someone that's surrounding you that you trust.
Yeah.
You know, that you trust, because that's what it's about. That's why you having the right people around you. And again, like we talk about with systems and automations, you know, it's not going to happen overnight a lot of times to find the right help. You might get burned a few times, and that's okay. Don't allow that to get you down or defeat you if you get burned. You say, okay, you know what? I got burned. But you keep going. Don't be afraid to say, you know what? Okay, I'm not going to get burnt no more. No, you might get burnt a few times before you find the right help. You know, and that's what it's about. You might get, because, you know, a lot of people is not trustworthy. You know, you got a few people that are not trustworthy, or they manipulators, or...
But also, like in a country like this where it's tit for tat,
Tit for tat, yeah, it's hard.
Sometimes you just need immediate help with nobody wanting or expecting anything from you.
And a lot of people are not authentic. You know, you got people that's not authentic. You know, it seems like...
Scratch my back.
Yeah, it seems like they for you, but they not. And that's why, you know, especially in a country like...
to see what they can get
Exactly, from you. That's why sometimes in this country, you know, sometimes you're going to go through a lot of no's. You're going to go through a lot of people burning you, but don't allow that to, you know, scare you to not continue to seek out for help. But definitely you want to be able to get help, seek help, and so that you can get that, because you don't want to get burnt out. And we say you got to ask for help, surrounding the right people around you, and not being afraid. And because this is something that I had to overcome. I felt like I was going to get judged. And so this is something I had to overcome and not be intimidated to, like, you know what? And that's why when the Lord said, look for you, it really freed me to say, okay, you know what? It's okay. Just go out there, put yourself out there, regardless if, you know, you get judged, regardless if somebody talk about you, regardless if you get burned. Just continue to keep going, continue to put yourself out there and asking for help, because, you know, if you don't put yourself out there, you don't ask for help, then nobody will never know you need help.
That's true.
Nobody don't know if you have something to offer. They don't know, you know, like if you have a product, if you don't tell nobody about your product, they don't know you got a product. If you're selling something and you don't tell nobody that you're selling something, nobody mind readers. And so, you know, and the reason why a lot of times we don't, because sometimes we got burnt so much that we're afraid to put ourselves out there again, because we think, okay, what if I get burnt? But what if you don't?
What if you don't?
You could be one person away that help you to get to your destination.
I guess I have
Or
to
to
take
your
all
journey.
this advice.
Yes.
I will.
Yes, you could be one person away to get to where you wanted to be. And so, yes, so, you know, ask for help. And then the thing is, the last point, oh my God, is so important. We say while you going through your journey, while you're going through achieving your goals, your dreams, while you're seeking for help, while you putting your systems and your automations together, while you identifying your workload and your stop loss, all the different things, while you are building, we say enjoy the ride. Relax, breathe. Yes. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy every moment. Because every moment that you in, it could be a good moment, and it is a good moment when you learn how to enjoy the ride, enjoy the moment, because at the end of the day, everything that you're going through is a testimony for somebody else. And when you understand, I'm gonna enjoy the moment regardless of what happened, because guess what? The thing that you're going through, you're able to bless somebody else, because what we are going through is not about us, and it's not for us. It's for somebody else. And when you're able to go through and enjoy the ride, just enjoy the ride. When you're able to enjoy the ride.
You can do that when you're less rested. When you're exhausted like I am, it's hard to enjoy.
Yes. And that's why we say, I guess it's time for us a break or a nap or whatever, so that, cause if you're feeling burnt out, and like we talked about last time, like with myself, if you feel yourself coming down like that, just pause a little bit, what, I need a little break. And so, and definitely, I do love my wife, and she do it better than me. She do reach out to a few friends that she could talk to and confide in. That's something
they just fall away from
and
me.
they fall away.
I can't really have them come do some stuff for me that I need to be done.
Yes.
Because I have a lot on my plate.
Yes.
And it just gets a lot.
A lot. Yes. And so this is why we growing. But I do like that about you, honey. Because this is something that I want to be more better in. It just confining with people, and connecting better with people, and this is why I'm doing this now, and I'm grateful for this and everything that I do, because just to put myself out there so that I can be vulnerable and connecting with others, because like I said, we all need someone. You might think you don't need no one, but even like myself, I don't have, by me, I don't have that many friends. Don't you know, I feel bad.
You don't have any friends.
I feel bad sometimes, I can feel, and I don't know, if I'm not careful, and I don't have nobody to talk to. I do thank God for my mother, though, I really do. But a friend, someone I could talk to, it can be tough, but I'm learning now, and by observing my wife, looking at my wife, I know that about her, and I know, I do understand too when she do get burnt out.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, we thank you for tuning in, and we want to say this podcast was sponsored by Nest Opportunity Window. It's a great community, a community that you welcome to join, because we want to help you. We want to help each other where we had to learn, grow, and connect, and continue to develop, and continue to make new friends and connect and network with everyone, and feeling comfortable in a safe place, where we're not feeling judged, and we can open up to confine with each other, and sharing ideas and finding that support. If it's business, career, whatever that you're trying to do, we are trying to build this safe haven where you can feel easy to share your ideas and connect with someone and network. And so we thank you, and we say join the movement, and how we learn, grow, connect. We do have daily themes. We have lunch and learns, quarterly masterminds, webinars, all these different things, and we give you a 14-day trial offer to test it out, try it out, just to see you like it, because it's no hassle, no risk. You don't have to stay if you want to, but if you want to stay, you want to be a part of the family, you want to learn more about us and be a part of us and be a part of the movement. We have two offers. We have a monthly and an annual offer that you could choose. Monthly is $59.99 and the annual is $399 a year. And so we say join the movement. And the course is coming in June, the 6-month mentorship boot camp. Join the waiting list so that you be one of the first ones to take advantage of the early bird special. So join the waiting list of the 6-month mentorship boot camp. If you want to start a business, you have an idea, you don't know, you stuck, you don't know what to do, join the waiting list. I'm here to help you to not only have a sustainable business, but have a scalable business, so that business to be a scalable, sustainable business. And yes, you can subscribe to the channel. We always ask you to subscribe to the channel, leave comments, hit that notification bell, and then we have, you can listen to the audio version of this podcast, and we always say, follow, rate us, as well as leave a review. It does help us to continue to reach more people and to be a blessing to others. And if you want to follow us, you're welcome to follow us. Go ahead.
Lady Siza 1 on Instagram at Lady Siza 1.
And you can follow me at Get Inspired by LJ on all platforms. And you can follow us collectively on Chilling With The Chaplins on all platforms. We just thank you for taking the time out to listen and to watch this episode. And we say no more burnout, but identify your day, identify your workload, get the help that you need. We are here for you. We are here to help you, and you're welcome to join the community so that you can get the help you need and have success. We thank you. Take care, and we will see you the next time. Bye-bye.